Here I have decent double suit hand on the button. In this spot I decided to 3-bet, because if under the gun opponent has some range of raise fold, it's good 3-bet. If opponent can't fold any hand, it's not good 3-bet. In this case I decided to 3-bet to realize some fold equity, but opponents 4-bet me. Second opponent also goes into the pot, so I made a clear call of this 4-bet, and we are going to see the flop. On the flop, at first I thought that I should fold because I don't have a lot of equity, no pair, but then I decided to count how many exactly pot odds I have to have. It's between 22-23%. So I have gut shot, I have backdoor 2 pairs and 2 backdoor flush draws, backdoor tripses. I think all of this is enough to 24, 25, maybe even 27 or 30% against his range. His range is almost always aces or ace king king. Maybe sometimes double suit kings without ace. Against this range I think I have this equity, so after some thinking about this situation I called. As we see, exactly against these opponents I have my pot odds, and if we force second opponent into dead cards and count equity only against me and under the gun player, I will have even more, like 30% in this case. So it's good call, I was right. Let's go to the next hand. Like 9-10 with 1 pair that gonna call on the turn is he might has it, but I wanna make a lot of pressure on all 2 pair hands, all straights, maybe even some weak flushes, but it's really rarely, because weak flush has straights or 2 pairs and they're gonna bet on the flop. I decided to bet huge, it's normal bet also, it's a good size, we are polarized, I'm playing only flushes in this case like this, and also it's almost always big flushes, ace flush, as high flush, king high flush, maybe some queen high flush also okay. And if I bet strong value, I also have to have some bluffs, so this hand is pretty good for this. Maybe better not to have aces and do it only with 1 ace. In this case I almost always lose on showdown, but it's also okay. So I made a huge bet and opponent folds. That's good for us. Here we have standard pre-flop raise with super strong double suit kings against limpers, and on the flop it's really interesting flop against 3 opponents. 2 of them are short stacks, so we have 2 goals in this case. First, we want to pressure strong part of enemy's ranges. It's like ace, pair of aces. It's a big problem for us because we have only kings, but for enemies it's really hard to fight against my bet. If I bet huge, their aces are really weak, so if they have ace 2, ace 6, it's not a problem because we have enough equity to stack off against these hands. But if they have any other type of aces, like ace with ace queen, ace 10, even ace king, or ace 3, 4, so they have pure aces, have a huge problem against our big bet. So we can make a huge pressure on them if we bet huge, but also we can value bet some weaker hands like pair plus flush draw. Even naked flush draw sometimes might call, or gut shots with flush draw, they almost always gonna call, but we are huge ahead against this type of hands, so my bet pot is really good side in this situation, and I want to fold some weak aces, and I'm making a huge value bet against other type of hands. When one opponent calls on the turn, I have no other option just to put everything what I have into the pot and hope that we can be stronger here a lot of times, because against all type of hands with flush draw and gut shots, and against ace it's what can we do? just put all of the money inside the pot. In this case I was really lucky. It's only one pair and weaker flush draw, so we are really huge ahead. And river 9, good river for us, and we win this pot. Here is interesting pre-flop situation. My opponent in the big blind is really lose aggressive, so I decide to over limp in the small blind, and then if I have isolation raise from big blind opponent and call from cutoff, I gonna 3-bet them both and put inside really a lot of my blinds before the flop. I achieved my goal by forcing him to make a fold, and I left only with one opponent with the obvious not so strong range, because he's a limp call and then also call of 3-bet. It's really good. So we have a flop 2 to 5. In this case only one question: how we gonna put all our money inside? SPR only 1. I don't want to check, because if I check, opponents are really rarely gonna bluff. If he has some sort of flash draw, he anyway gonna call my all-in, so it's not an option that I want to get a bet from flush draw. So I don't want to let him free cards if he has some ace, king, or even queen. He might be if he catch this pair, he might be stronger than I am now. I don't want to give him free outs if he has a pair hand like 6 6 7 7 10 10 queen queen king king. It's also rarely, but I will never have a bet, so no reason to give him any persons to win for free. Also, I can force him to fold maybe some weak queens, because it's hard for him to call me there. I really have a lot of kings and aces, and with queens he has only 5 or 10% to win, so he have to have like 30% to call. We might force him to fold even better hand, but if not, it's okay. We always have our flush draw and equity and outs for set. I might consider to bet small, but I think best of all option is just shove, and if he has something, he gonna call. If no, it's okay. I shove, and I saw full house. It's okay, it happens. Let's go for next hand. Here we have standard raise from any position with a super strong double suit ace king combo, and really aggressive opponent 3-bets me, so I make not standard but understandable 4-bet pre-flop, and opponent calls me. It's okay, also pretty standard, just standard play in this case, but really interesting what on a flop. I faced jam. It's really hard to understand which range he has, because no logical hands want to do this. If he has like set or 2 pairs, he wants me to shove my bluffs or weak hands. So if I don't have aces, I have some sort of bluffs like kings or maybe double suit run down. If he shows his ace king or set of queens, I will fold all my bluffs. If I have strong hand, I will anyway call. If I have medium strange hand or strong, I will anyway show by myself, because we have SPR 1. I will always just press all in this case. It's hard to understand which hand he has. Probably most of all it's a pair of aces, maybe two pairs like ace queen, ace 3. Maybe rarely flush draw with gut shot, which anyway wouldn't fold, but he might try to fold some my bluffs, and it's good for him. So if he has king 10 or king jack with the spades, pretty normal donk, but I have king high flush draw, so it's really interesting. I made obvious call in this case, and the opponent shows us really strange hand. Eights. Harder to understand which idea he has, because I will never fold any medium strange hand, only pure kings or bluff double suit run down without spades. But percent of these hands from all my 4-bet range is so small, so it's a super strange donk, but okay. Thank you for equity. But anyway, he has some outs, and they might come. So if he will be lucky, maybe he just wants to get his 8, or I don't know. Even no backdoors. Club backdoor, okay, but it's not too much. Only a couple percent for double club, turn and river. Okay, we won. Hooray!